Hello, hello, my beautiful feathered friends. I hope this finds you well. We're going to go ahead and just jump into this. There was an injustice done that you are very well aware of. I feel like this was against one of your parents, or it was against your queendom, your throne, and it showing up actually in the 3D. It's like you had all the elements, like the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and there was an injustice with your pentacles. This is in the background. Whoever this is affecting, you need to know so that you know the signs that they're going to be exhibiting. Because what is that thing? God will prepare a table in front of your enemies. And as your table is being prepared, as you're receiving this wisdom, this knowledge, this new life, it's balancing things out. So, if they're way up here, they have to come down, here with the scales. If they're up, they must come down if you're rising up. So it's causing a lot of restlessness energy, but it does look like they are taking inventory of their mistakes, of their regrets, and this is an emotional feat. They could be crying and trying to hide it from other people. I'm going to take that as a confirmation. The tower is falling. Wow, that was like a huge attack on my throat chakra right there. 144 on the timer. Nice. Queen of Wands, you came into a situation probably not really understanding fully what was going on, and your naivety, like being gullible. It actually is a superpower of yours because it's made for you to get underneath people's skin without them realizing that's what you're doing. Because your intentions are pure. You're not going in like, oh yeah, I'm a ruffle feathers, I'm gonna find out who the bad guy. No, you're there, you're loving, you're open, you're honest, and it just your honesty and you being authentic causes these people, because you call things out, you speak up, not in like an egotistical way. You're just like, hey, yo, do you not see something that's right in front of you that's not helping, that is keeping somebody stuck? That's what you do. You come in and you bring towers with your truth, with your magic. The Lovers, Gemini energy. We also have Scorpio energy, Libra energy, Pisces energy, Aries energy, lots of wands. I mean, we have a mixture of kind of everything, but a lot of trump cards. This is like a huge transition. They chose the wrong path here with the Lovers. They made a choice of burdens and putting burdens on others. With this Emperor in reverse, they abuse their authority and they're becoming enlightened. They're realizing the path that they sacrificed in order to be in this controlling, abusing their authority type of energy and putting burdens on other people. So you're going to find out something pretty soon with the Eight of Wands in the reverse at the bottom. Their luck, things are not falling in place for their luck to change. Yeah, there's some kind of creative block on this new chapter of their life, okay? And let me see. Can I get one, a few for the viewer? Because this is obviously not their energy. This is just letting them know what's still in the cogs. The cogs? The gears? What's the viewer? You've taken the reins. You're in full balance and in control. You're like, no, this isn't working for me. It's like you don't even know. It's the uncertainty. Somebody could have been like, oh, well, we're running out of money, or we don't have this and we don't have that. And you know everything is abundant and you know what you're worth. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. So you're calling it out and you're like, you know what? If it comes, it comes. If that's what happens, that's what's meant to happen. You took some kind of power and control away from this energy. Good job. Wow. Very good job. You realize that your word is power. It's your mental, it's what you say and what you believe is going to go. Also, I'm going to keep reminding people to test your subconscious with your 2 fingers. Put them out. It's reflexology, right? So if your muscles give way and they bend, if it starts bending, that means you're not in alignment. Your subconscious belief and your belief are two different things. Now, here, I'm going to give an example because it'll stay straight. Um, oh God. Okay. I am a chosen. And this is going to be really funny because I just found, okay, I won't share that then. Um, you can ask yourself any type of question. I love myself unconditionally. And if you can push and it doesn't bend, like as in this, it's your muscles, because your muscles are connected to your subconscious. So test your subconscious out, and I believe I'm deserving of love. I believe I'm deserving of money. I believe I'm deserving of safety and security and an abundant life. And test yourself out. Not too long ago, I tested out if I that I love men, because I do. That is my preference. And I am looking for a partner that is on the same wavelength as myself to share this growth and this life experience with, who we can both put our, you know, full trust and loyalty in, but also ourselves, most importantly, and honoring ourselves. That is something that I very much respect. And I came across somebody that was actually from a past life of mine, where I didn't share this with him, but I was shown that we had a past life and they were very controlling. And I actually ended up having to escape from this person. So, but when I was interacting with him, this came up because he was telling a bunch of people that he's given up on women, that all women are evil, and so on and so forth. So, of course, I get brought into this person's awareness because we have something to exchange, frequency wise. Doesn't mean you're supposed to, be in each other's lives. But I tested it out and I was like, man, I love men, but I don't know why. I was like, oh, I love men. I love men. But my fingers were bending. I've healed it since then. But it was bending. And I was talking to, I was like, I just don't understand this. I don't understand this. And tell me why, after I had this conversation with this person, and for some reason when I left, I was so elated with myself. I just kept saying, like, oh my God, I love myself. Oh my God, I love. And I didn't fully understand it until later when I tested myself again. And it was like I healed some kind of wound. I healed that wound that I had experienced with that other soul. So it was very profound. Maybe that is something that could be very beneficial for you when you're, going about your day and you need to check in with yourself and see if you're in alignment. Write it down, work on it later. Ask ChatGPT, hey, this is not aligned with my subconscious. How do I get this aligned? And the answers will flow. You will be provided the answers. Whoo, I need to pay. Give me 2 more for the viewer. Oh, hold on. That's what I thought, because it came out in the upright and then it flipped. It is a bit of a challenge, though. Hey, all right, Spirit. Yeah, okay. There's a little bit of a leadership confidence moving forward with your control. Let's find out a little more about that. One more. Ooh. Yeah, there's something about yourself that you're not seeing. It says, over it. You're over something. There's something that you need to see about yourself, but you're like so over a situation. You're like, I'm done. I'm so done. Overcoming obstacles and challenges with the 5 of Pentacles here in reverse. You're just like, no. My frequency is abundance. There is an injustice here with these pentacles that have been held back from me. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. Something, your mind, body, soul is like in alignment. You're in alignment. But there is something you're not walking away from. The 8 of Cups in reverse with the 6 of Swords. A way of thinking, a way that you're viewing yourself. Yeah, love, high priestess. What? Overcoming conflict. You overcome all conflict. You put yourself in that situation with your abundant love and the uncertain and the unknown. Spirit's always got your back. With the Five of Wands here in reverse. Yeah, there could have been a plan. Oh, wow. This won't be for everybody, but somebody got in contact with a family member of yours that you were close to this person, you confided in them. So this is actually a betrayal, and that's why you're being kept away from somebody. That's for someone. Yeah, exposure, the truth, the sun. Something's being illuminated. The light is being shown on something. Can we get something to enhance, to help this King of Wands energy? Two of Wands. Some kind of planning, foresight, a decision. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? With the Chariot. What do you want to do? Quit thinking of obligation and, oh, I have to do this or I should do this. What do you want to do? Put everything else aside. What do you want to do? I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to get on a plane, go to Hawaii. I want to get one of those lays around my neck and go learn to surf with my son and do some rituals for spirit and adventure. Like, and that's just me. That's just me. That's where I'm at right now. I don't know about you. But I know my dog and my cat couldn't go with me. But still, I would still love to go. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Things won't change unless they change. Oh, you might actually be being put on hold. Yeah, don't get into like, oh my God, this has to be done or there's something wrong with me. No, I'm getting, there's a time and a place. There's a time and a place for something. What is this? What do you mean by a time and a place? What does this mean? Something isn't balanced yet? I feel like this isn't in your control. That's why you're in this energy. Hold on. Is it? No. Yeah, something is not quite time yet. Something about timing. Something about timing. The cogs, the gears, everything has to be laid out in a certain way. What is this? Come on. Come on, Spirit. You know this. You actually already know this. So this is just a reconfirmation that, yo, yeah, you make some plans, find some stuff you're interested in, love on yourself. You got the control. You took the reins back. There is something about yourself you're not seeing, but it's okay because you're going to end up seeing it. You're going to end up seeing it. You're going to end up walking away. I do want a clarification over here for what they're not seeing about this mental thought or something. What does it have to do with? What does it have to do with? Overcoming a fear. I'm also getting just finishing your Dark Night of the Soul. It might have been a couple of years, actually. Come out of the cave. Comes out of the cave. All right. What the heck does this fear have to do with a new deck? As soon as I say that, they said a new... Oh, I can use that one, right? Okay, we'll do it this way. Apologies for that. 1421, resources, finances, investments, prosperous money, income. Ho, 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 ho! Large quality, lavish bodies of water. We do have 2 bodies of water here. You have a fear of finances. There's a fear of resources, of money. Confirmation with that stomp from upstairs. Being lavish. You're allowed to be lavish, baby. I would definitely check your chart though to see what your major life lesson is, because I ran into somebody that actually is like Virgo energy, so they're supposed to be serving others in this lifetime and they're not doing so. So, and for you, this was taken from you as an injustice. So there's a fear, there's a belief that of a little bit of scarcity. It's like you do know that your thoughts, your mental, your subconscious beliefs and fears about money not being there. So maybe there's a past life where you had money, it was taken away, and then you were left impoverished, or maybe that happened in this life and you're like, where's it going to come from? This is being changed because you are abundant. There's a power within you that you can move forward and be like, if it comes, it comes. Because somebody's trying to hold something over your head and like put you in this Five of Cups energy. But it's going back to them because you're not letting it affect you. But there is a little bit more work, a little more mental, like your thoughts about resources and money. Everything you need, anything you need and want shows up exactly when you need it. Let's reframe the way that we're speaking to ourselves. Money just shows up. You know what's really funny? I have a screenshot of money, of like a bank account with like 90 something thousand. No, it is not my bank. That picture is not physically of mine, but my bank account will be looking like that momentarily. See, let's speak these manifestations with our everyday words. Like, yeah, be the bridge of communication, connecting, share, collaborate, harmony. So also money, finances, remembering that it comes through collaboration, it comes through communicating with others, sharing our ideas with the right people who help unite us, because we do have unite and connecting. You could have told somebody something you're working on, and it's actually going to be bringing interesting. It's going to be bringing a harmony to overcome any barriers, any bodies of water. So like big emotions, big fears when it comes to this, something that you're not seeing. That you can bring in money, resources, finances from anywhere, from anything. Okay. So instead of thinking, oh, I want this, so I need money, cut the money part out. You need this. Just go. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Hold on. I gotta show this to you guys. Point A to point B. Let me see where this is at. Where did I write this? Okay. There it is. From yesterday. Point A. Instead of thinking that you need to be at point A to get to point B, just think of point B. What is it that you're wanting? Like, example, we're going to go to Hawaii at some point, and we're going to learn to surf, and we're going to enjoy the state of Hawaii. And instead of thinking like, oh, I need money to get a ticket in order to get there, I'm just going to think about being there. And then when the opportunity presents itself through other collaborations or other outside sources, because spirit sends in people that will help us. Again, it goes to that story of the guy in the ocean who's drowning. He prays to God. He keeps turning away all the boats and people sent there to help him, and he dies. And then he goes, God, why didn't you help me? And he's like, man, I sent you so many people to help you. So this is what it's giving. Don't ignore and burn bridges. That's funny. Bridges that are actually meant to help and assist you. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be changing the way that we think about obtaining things. Instead of creating these boxes and limiting ourselves to how we get to the end point, just think of the end point. Another good example, when I was fighting to get my son back in court, the only thing I just kept remembering was holding his hand and running around and playing with him. That was what I held on to, and ultimately it moved mountains. It changed judges, but I had to roll with it too, because there was continuances. Like, my witnesses didn't show up anymore after a certain point. Everything seemed like it was falling apart, but I didn't care. I didn't care what anybody said, what anybody did. I was going to stand in my truth, and I was going to I was thinking of only me and my son and how what was happening was unright. It was an injustice. I mean, I don't this is not mine. This is definitely for whoever you are, but I am giving an example of how faith will move mountains and how if you think of just the point B, in my case, I wasn't thinking about, oh, what was going to happen at the next hearing. And my objective was my son will come back to me. I will be getting my son back. I don't know if it's this time in court or the next time in court, but I know that I'm getting him back because he belonged with me. Period. Period. There's so much corruption that that if you really pay attention to and start calling those things out, they're going to be stumbling on their words. If you have some weird nudge to fill out or go to some website and fill something out, do it. Even if it doesn't make sense, let me tell you, when you do it, it puts things in motions that we won't even know about in this life. It's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Okay. 21:12. Okay. Where are we going with this? Where are we going next? When the viewer changes this belief on how resources and money comes in, what will be the outcome? Wow, that was way too quick, but okay. Diamond ring in winter. Let it be. Proposal, engagement, agreement, next level. Promise, partnership, state of intent, marriage, and union. Unite. You're going to unite with this energy. You're going to flow with the resourceful energy. It's going to be a part of you. Anytime you have a thought, you put it out into the ethers, it's just going to show up. Detach, rest, silence. Yes. A promise of solitude, going within, hibernate, self-reflect, complete. You're going to be leveling up and you're going to end up having to go into solitude to harness this new energy, this new ability that you're tapping into within your being. I'm hearing God mode. Give me one more for this outcome. Get one tarot. Oh, dear God, Falcon. Rising above, ability, strategy, skill, focus, a transition, changes, higher self, third eye, far-reaching vision. Yeah, that's you. You're far-reaching. You're reaching the next level, so rest and silence is really going to be important. You're going to be given the opportunity because you're not going to be worrying about resources, about money, about supplying all these things because the injustice is being reversed. It's being sent back. You're coming into your power. You are at this kind of stagnant little energy, but you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be resting. You're supposed to be introspecting and taking an inner inventory. It's also this deep rest and going within is going to, and this new ability, this leveling up, figuring out your state of intent and what you really want to do in this life, because you have a far-reaching vision. Your third eye is going to be completely open. There's nothing you won't be able to see. This blind faith, like you can have a blindfold on. There's not going to be any more divided loyalty or conundrums or contradictions. You're going to have a very clear sight. Chariot again, Cancer energy, moon energy, moving forward with a knowing and understanding of your complex feelings, of your nurturing nature, and when to use it and when not to use it. No more resisting change. I see you flowing with it. And with that mirrored energy with 2112, I'm getting that, like, with this Cancer symbol right up here, like this mirrored. So 69 could also be really significant for somebody. This is beautiful. Let me get a tarot card to close this. I mean, we can. Let me pull a Mystic Sister because I feel like that's going to tie it all together. I'm also going to get a tarot here for your outcome. Whoa. The Magician and the World. You're manifesting a closing of an old cycle. Yeah, it's closed. You're working your elements. You're understanding the full complexity of yourself as an interdimensional being, as a source of God. Like, you're literally an emanation of the creator. And you're like fully accepting your role. This is beautiful. And it's like you're getting on some kind of steed with passion, knowing where to direct your willpower. And that is one of the most beautiful things, is having focus, understanding that that crap that you were carrying wasn't even yours. It had nothing, it was not yours. And it's being released. It's being sorted through. You're doing all the right work. All right. I really like these cards, so we're going to pull one from the Mystic Sisters. Hey. Hey. What's one card that would benefit them in their present situation, please? Ooh. Nyx. I love how there's like two helpers that seem very ethereal assisting. That's you. You have a lot of assistance on the other side. Like, I feel like you're starting to understand you're here to put on a show for spirit, and you are spirit is living through you and experiencing this life. Spirit does like a little drama because that's what builds and molds the character that you have become. And you can wear all of this stuff with pride, like a healthy pride. Like, yeah, this is what I went through, and this is how I overcame it. I saw it through. I believed in myself even when nobody else did. But you had helpers on the other side. This could have been a situation that brought you back to yourself, back to the creator, back to the truth of who you really are. Beltane reunion. Yeah, a union within yourself, the divine masculine, divine feminine. I'm also getting the Morgan and the Darga. I think that's how you say his name. Mystery, the unknown. Nyx, the Greek goddess of night, beckons you to relax. I'm telling you, it's time to relax. With the great mystery of the cosmos, she is a shadowy figure who thins the veil to magical realms. It is said that those who worship her would do so at night in complete darkness. Oh my God, this is amazing. The black moon is going on last night and tonight. So it's like super, super dark. The sky is super, super dark. Oh, this is beautiful. Nyx reawakens our sense of wonder and awe of the unknown. Ooh, ooh. Say no. I see you saying no and taking your power back and moving forward. Like, I don't know how it's going to work out, but it's going to work out. Yes. She urges you to relax and find peace with the deep mysteries. She calms us when we become anxious over things we cannot know. We often become so involved with day-to-day mundane tasks that we forget that deep magic is at work behind the scenes. Synchronistic events, strange coincidences, powerful intuitions, or epiphanies through dreams are more likely to occur and help to restore your faith in the mysteries of the universe. You're restoring all of your faith in the universe. You're realizing that you have the power. And just by like, I'm fed up. I'm done. I'm not dealing with this anymore. You set things in motion. Because it's your words, it's your mind, it's what you believe you deserve and are worthy of, and that you will declare like, hey, I'm done. This is not working for me. And when you do that, you're bringing in new. But it's about being prepared and being stable in your energy, not putting burdens on others like these individuals did to you. It's about having love and compassion and believing in yourself. And I see you creating that bridge within yourself. And this is absolutely beautiful. So with that said, guys, I love you. The universe loves you, and everything's working out for your best and your highest good. Until next time.